South Korea became an OECD member some 25 years ago. Since then, the country has made significant economic and social progress, even taking on a larger role within the organization. Yoon Jung-min tells us more.
On December 12, 1996, South Korea joined the OECD. In the 25 years since then, South Korea's GDP has grown 2.7 times to $1.6 trillion in 2020, having overcome the Asian financial crisis and the global financial crisis. It is now among the top 10 exporters in the world. A South Korean diplomat with decades of hands-on experience, including working as South Korea's permanent delegation to the OECD, said that impressive transition.
When I joined the foreign ministry back in 1989, Korea was hardly recognized in the international setting. The first change came from economic front. We had Samsung, Hyundai, LG, Posco. So their brand names came ahead of Korean brand name.
The diplomat says now the country is also recognized for culture, including BTS, the Oscar-winning Parasite, and Netflix hit Squid Game. In 2009, South Korea served as the chair of the OECD Ministerial Council meeting, and this year it's vice chair of the MCM. It is also this year's co-chair of the OECD Southeast Asia Regional Program, working as a bridge between the OECD and ASEAN. And once again this year, South Korea has been invited to the expanded G7 summit.
Yeah, I think this is a testimony to Korea's increasing importance internationally. As I mentioned, GDP surpassed the OECD average last year. You're the 10th largest economy in the world if you measure by nominal GDP. You have been invited regularly to the G7.
As one of the OECD's major aid donors, South Korea plans to double its official development assistance by 2030 compared to 2019 levels. Seoul has allocated a budget of around $940 million for next year's ODA projects. The country is also sharing policies with developing countries based on its achievement of democracy and economic growth.
We used to be a beneficiary of ODA, and we became donor country. So that experience also attracts many attentions from the world. And inclusive growth, we try to give our experience and best practice to the developing countries.
South Korea is now preparing for the next 25 years in which it faces new challenges. Those include the gap between large firms and smaller companies, a low birth rate and aging population, gender inequality, and the climate crisis. As well as tackling COVID-19, the country is preparing for the post-pandemic era by transitioning to a green and digital economy. South Korea plans to work closely with the OECD to address those challenges.
And in the OECD, we are cheering for Korea and looking forward to continue as your partner in the next 25 years.
Yoon Jung-min, Arirang News.